A warm welcome to all of you on this utterly glorious day. Positive vibes all around us, nigh on perfect conditions. There is a thrilling football match in prospect here, and we will be getting underway very shortly. This is Peter Drury, and I'm happy to inform you that Jim Beglin has joined me to offer his expertise.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
Shinji Ono had a very decent spell in Rotterdam, didn't he, Peter?
Oh, he certainly did. Described, Jim, I think, by some of the best judges in Dutch football in very glowing terms. A lot of high praise around when talking about this guy.
Well, when you see some of his passing and what he can really do on the ball, I'm very inclined to agree. In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
And we're underway. We are into reverse fixtures here. This is the second meeting between these sides. He's picked on a chance! And how good was that? He's got himself an absolute peach. And that's got him off to a flyer.
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
After 3 minutes.
A truly wonderful strike, decorated with dip and curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
So, a breakthrough already. That's going wide left. Dorgu. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Ono. And it's Vardy. Dorgu. Mount. And it's Menu. Now Dorgu. Menu. Manchester United ran themselves into the proverbial cul-de-sac there. That has not gone well. Ahmad. And it's Bruno Fernandes. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Castolo. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
So just the one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Menu. Now Dorgu. He's a sharp little ball here. Shaw just loves to go forward whenever he can. Ono, always wanting the ball, always wanting to do something different with it. Menu. Dorgu. Can he get on the end of this? And Burmo finding himself in space. And it's been given away. That's put paid to the danger. He's on it, can he get away? Okazaki. And it's Shaw. Menu. Mount. Now it's Vardy. Castolo does have his name on the score sheet, of course. Vardy, great, and the shot! And he hits the net! And there's the goal they've been looking for. We knew what was coming, and he has outfoxed the keeper again.
Well, how cool was that? He was almost teasing the keeper then.
Number 9.
Vardy, his fourth top scorer in the league.
Jamie Vardy. Jamie Vardy.
Leicester are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Goes for a shot! And it's there! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Leicester are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Shinji Okazaki.
3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Mazraoui thinks about the shapes to shoot! Oh, how's that for a goal? That is a gem! An absolute gem! And that is fabulous! A true beauty of a goal.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Number 19. Mbudu.
So could they be onto something here? 30 minutes gone. Castolo. Pass is just off target. Mazraoui. Now Diallo. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Okazaki. Conte. Castolo. Oh, some astute defending there. Mazraoui. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. And he welcomes it in. There's the shot! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
Castolo clearly is trying to be too clever there. He should have gone with his instincts.
Tries to get it clear. And now they can spring out of defence. He's found a way through. That looks a cracking ball.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Not quite sure who got the final touch, but it will be another corner. Oh, good effort! Oh, that wasn't the worst effort in the world.
Well, he looks a little annoyed with himself, Peter, but he hit it well enough. Better look next time, maybe.
Menu. Mount. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. And that's really well manoeuvred. Space for him to turn and look. Elects to cross. And that's out of reach. Menu, Bruno Fernandes, and Burmo, looking to pass their way up the pitch. And the referee has blown for half-time.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Coming soon.
Well, we've been blessed with a goal-laden first half. 3-1 is the half-time score.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
Down to business again. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Conte.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Mount. Now Menu. That has been slung wide. It's a goal kick. Castolo. Now that looks a decent ball. Ball in towards the middle. Menu getting this one clear.
Was that the first time we've seen him try that?
Can he finish?
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Buongiorno. Bradley. Mount. Laporte. Oh, good take in a good area. Oh, he's having a go! Good run, lovely take, but that is where it stopped.
Oh, he's done so well then. Almost the perfect link-up. There was a split second there for the perfect finish too. Shame he didn't take it.
Ahmad. And Burmo. And it's Mazraoui. Lovely passing, lovely movement as well. Big chance! Had a swing, but it wasn't to be.
Yeah, quick thinking and the right choice for me, but that was difficult to get right.
Almost an hour gone. Driving forward. That is a brilliant interception. Good take. Okazaki! Goal! And with that, it is pretty much a done deal. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
And yes, it's him again. It's starting to look like a done deal now. Mount. Menu. Dorgu. What a throw in. And it's Mount. Bruno Fernandes. And it's Mount. Okazaki looking to shake off some unwanted attention.
Yeah, they didn't smell the danger early enough, but I suppose better late than never.
Maguire is the guilty party there. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Substitution.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Substitution on the field. Number 84, Bradley. Coming on to replace him is number 6, Zakaria.
Aims beyond the defence, and he shoots! And that is wildly off target.
Yeah, I think that miss is going to give him nightmares for a while.
Leicester are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Castolo caresses it through. It's a promising position. Very nicely done. And he whips it in. Dorgu. That's Mount. Shaw. Into the last quarter of an hour. And he's quick to return it. And they can counter here. And here's Vardy. Oh, he's getting hounded, really hounded. He's having a shot! He's got a goal! Pomp, panache and passion. This, a man full of it all. That was easy, almost too easy.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Manchester United making further changes here, and in quick succession.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
This is a gloriously greedy performance. Bruno Fernandes. And Burmo. Played out to the left flank. Ono. Castolo. That is Conte. Threads one in. That is a great pick out. Vardy. It's a goal kick. Shaw. to Bruno Fernandes. Mount. And it's Dalot. And it's Dalot. Nicely aimed pass. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now, can they get him away? And he's straight offside. Maguire. Matheus Cunha. Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes proves just a little bit too strong. Now it's Vardy. Castolo. Now it's Vardy. Matheus Cunha.
Added minute has been indicated.
Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. And here's the chance to counter. Tries to pass it through. Played into the towering header. And that is faded wide. Menu. And it's Shaw. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Leicester have done it. They've achieved what they came for. Maximum points, the perfect outcome. Okazaki, hat-trick scorer, massive game from him today. Your reflections then, Jim?
I think we just saw a team winning by playing to their strengths. There was a clear picture of what they set out to do, and the players were determined to deliver it, and they did.
So there it is,
So
everyone.
that's it from us.
Now
Many
big
thanks
up
go to
for
Jim
our
Beglin,
players.
and goodbye from us. Well, the rain has put a bit of a dampener on proceedings here, but this
Hello,
intriguing
everybody, and
matchup
welcome
should
to today's
improve everybody's mood. Both teams will be looking to give their sodden supporters something to cheer about. I'm Peter Drury,
Everyone,
and
please
providing
welcome the
analysis
two
and
players.
expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
And this is now today's lineup.
Newcastle appear to be going with a 3-5-2 formation, Jim.
Well, this system, Peter, allows for a
Botman.
really expansive passing game.
Number
If your
12.
centre-backs can play, then you see lots of diagonal switches to the wing-backs, and it all makes for a stylish, attractive bundle. However, its biggest weakness are those gaps between centre-backs and wing-backs, and with quick enough movement from the opposition, that can cause lots of trouble.
And that gets things running. This is one of today's standout fixtures between teams who are meeting for the second time this season. A header! No, couldn't quite control it.
Well, you see what a difference it makes to have so many runners into the box. Makes life so much harder for that defence.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh no, will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And he thumps it clear. Willock. Passing is crisp and sharp. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Now it's Okazaki. Oh, that's sweet, almost telepathic. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Monga. Willock. So Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Hall.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Great vision. That pass just didn't quite work. Zakaria. Vardy is onto it in a flash. Leicester, so far, providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And it's Hall. Kessié simply refused to be outdone there. Monga. Oh, delightful ball. Oh, no joy this time.
Newcastle always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Willock.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Okazaki. Aimed beyond the defence. Vardy thinks about... And the shot! They've scored! The first significant strike. Unstoppable. Just how do they contain him?
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Number 9,
Vardy, his fourth top scorer in the league. Leicester have taken the lead.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. Monga gets on his bike and on the move. Ono. Okazaki. And he gets rid in a hurry. Willock. It's Murphy. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. And it's Okazaki. It's a pretty loose pass. Willock. Hall, played back into the centre. Zakaria. Laporte. Pressing high and with purpose. Could move up a gear here.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too amused either.
1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Now it's Vardy. Well, that has not gone well. That has been slung wide. And it's Hall. Hall. He's had it taken off him. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Zakaria. And Laporte. And it's Zakaria. Okazaki. And here's Vardy. Strokes it back.
Not a lot more he could do there.
Vardy! And for the first half, that is that. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here. Leicester coming in at half-time, leading by
half.
1-0 to
Still
0.
plenty of time left for a comeback.
There's plenty of positives to take, despite the lead being so small,
And
Peter.
please
I
welcome
think
our
playing
man
well,
to the
good
field.
energy. A little more composure up front, perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
Leicester looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0. That gets us going once more. Leicester leading courtesy of the game's only goal. Willock. Xiao. Willock. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Okazaki. And here's Vardy.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Now it's Kessier. Cross deflected behind for a corner. Botman is there to clear. Played back. And that's a dangerous ball. Hall. Byrne. Botman. Now Byrne. Botman. Osula. Played out towards the right wing. Still just a single goal between the sides. Ono. And he skips past his man. Monga gets into a good position. Botman attempts a clearance. Hall.
Jim,
what are you thinking?
Well, Peter, if they're attempting to see out the game with such a narrow advantage, there's room for trouble. I just think they're sending out the wrong message. This could backfire.
Hall. Ono going face-to-face with his great rival. And now the breakaway. Now that looks a decent ball.
Newcastle really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And he's there to get it away. And he's only too happy to take that back. Deftly out wide. Kessié. Conte. Now it's Vardy. And Kessié. And here's Vardy. Hall.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Botman spots it and intercepts. Bruno Guimaraes. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Looking for a runner. Real chance here. Ball's towering header. Went with his head but couldn't steer it in.
Substitution on the field. Number 3, Lewis Hall. Coming on to replace him is number 9, Wissa.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Agahawa to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up
Substitution in
front.
progress.
This is a clear message, Peter.
Bruno Guimaraes. Wissa. Knocks it out wide.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you. They've got to make this nice and quick.
No, again, there's no way through. That's a good foray he's making. Can he get on the end of this? Caught offside that time. Newcastle have opted to make another change here.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it. I think that's happened in this case.
Number 20, number 2, Trippier. Substitutions taking place.
Wissa. And Botman. Not the most accurate pass. Leicester have, after this, one further opportunity to make a substitution. He is through here. Big chance! He's got a goal! And this is getting better and better. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper might have been a little unsighted. He seemed awfully late in reacting to that.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it now, and surely, Peter, we're not going to see any complacency after that.
Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Well, he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Oh, this looks sharp. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Wisa. And Wisa! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Wisa actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Trippier plays it short, played into the box, and he gets rid in a hurry. Leicester have the chance to go the other way. Tries a shot! Superb from Wisa! A finish of true class! Deep into injury time! Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Newcastle give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, who's under pressure now? It's going to require some inspired defending to stop this lot.
That is good alertness. Chow. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Leicester come away having earned what they always set out to earn, the maximum complement of points. Your final thoughts, Jim?
A good show, Peter. A good show of character, a good show of resilience. This is a team that was never going to be intimidated by the crowd and their opposition, and it was thoroughly professional.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks very much, Jim.
Lads.
It's a very
Let's
good day
hope
to
for
you
better luck
from
next
both of
time.
us. So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters, who are ready now to perform.
Shinji Ono had a very decent spell in Rotterdam, didn't he, Peter?
Oh, he certainly did. Described, Jim, I think, by some of the best judges in Dutch football in very glowing terms. A lot of high praise around when talking about this guy.
Well, when you see some of his passing and what he can really do on the ball, I'm very inclined to agree.
And this is now today's lineup.
It does seem to be a 4-3-3, Jim.
Well, one of the attacking advantages in this setup, Peter, is the impact that can be made between fullbacks and the attacking wide players. These combinations, when worked well, can be a real handful for any opposition, and we're likely to witness that again. You often see the wide man drift inside to allow the fullback to make the run out wide, and it can just throw the opposition off kilter.
There's the whistle. And we all hope that this second meeting between these sides this season will turn out to be a good one. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. Zakaria has crossed into the middle. Bernardo Silva. And Savinho. Ake. It's Bernardo Silva. And it's Ake. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Okazaki. Vardy. Bernardo Silva. Savinho. Oh, nice one too. Can he finish? Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Spread out to the left. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Nico Gonzalez. And it's Gonzalez. Lewis. Leicester so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Semenyo. And it's Lewis. Over to the other side.
Well spotted.
It's Bernardo Silva. Goes looking wide. Now this could be a chance. And the finish! Oh, crossbar! And he's whipped it across. And that's an excellent interception. Well, that pass isn't the best. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Conte, nicely spread. And here's Okazaki. A real chance! Is it in? Yes, it's an own goal!
I've been there myself, and that's the last thing he wanted to happen. I really sympathise.
Well, who saw that coming? It has certainly made things interesting.
Look, often chances are hard to come by in these games, so just one mistake could be all it takes to make the difference.
Semenyo plays a sharp little ball here. Tries a shot! And he gets rid in a hurry. That's a lovely, neat pass. Vardy could move up a gear here. Now it's Okazaki. Leicester leading currently through the only goal of the game, an own goal as it turned out. And the score is 1-0. And here's Foden. Semenyo. He slings it in. Buongiorno gets it clear. Oh no. Now it's Okazaki. Has a look and plays it forward. He is through here. So much time and space here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually. Leicester really should be happy to let this half run out now and go again second.
Stones. He shifted it to the flank. Okazaki producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Zakaria into the final 5 minutes of the first half. It's a promising position. Opts to play it back. Goes for the shot! They want to be quick to recover this. Oh, he's been caught on it here. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, some astute defending there. Oh, that's well spotted. And the referee says that is that for the first half. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Well, I don't mind admitting I wasn't expecting that. Still, I'm not complaining about a very good match with a surprising scoreline. Just don't ask me for a prediction, please.
Leicester are 1-0 up at half-time, and it's all to play for.
Everyone, please welcome the two sides. Substitution on the field, number 9, Vardy.
So we're off again.
Coming on the field is
Leicester currently ahead by the smallest of margins. Looking for a runner.
Decent attempt, that, just a little mistimed.
Lewis. Leicester do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Oh no, the conductor, the central piece to his team's attack. Now it's Foden. Nico Gonzalez. Now it's a loose touch and the ball is anyone's. A corner it is then. Foden with the short one. He's had it taken off him. Leicester are looking to go forward now. Zakaria. Looking for options for movement. And he's picked it up out wide. Pinches it off him. It's out for a goal kick. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Nico Gonzalez. Ake. Now Ruben Diaz. And it's Ake. Reinders. And he's chosen to go back. Not the most accurate pass. Castolo. Almost an hour gone. This is a promising build-up. Semenyo. Savinho. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
It's Okazaki! Oh, the ball's run loose here. And this is Okazaki, and it's Zakaria. Zakaria was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Leicester are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. And that was nowhere near his best. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he...
Oh, good effort! And that's a tidy finish! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Leicester are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Substitution.
Leicester are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Oh, good spread.
There's nothing more infuriating for a fan than seeing passing.
Shot, surely! Okazaki! Brilliant! He's got himself an absolute peach. And with that, it is pretty much a done deal.
The goal scorer after 76
His
minutes.
position was perfect, the invitation was there for him, and his response absolutely clinical.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
"3-0, and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Lewis. That's a super give and go. Agahawa receives it in a good position here. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And it's Okazaki. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Tries to think it through. Real chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And that takes him up to double figures, the first significant goal-scoring landmark. Pressure, what pressure? He feels none of it.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
So we have further activity on the bench here. Haaland getting the call here in what can be interpreted as a clear show of intent.
Yeah, I think it's time for some brave decision-making.
This is a gloriously greedy performance.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
That's tidy. And here's the chance to counter. 5 minutes left on the clock. Bernardo Silva. Foden. Over to the right flank. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Laporte can clear it away. Showing good feet. Looking for the run. Chance to deliver. That's a decent clearance. Bernardo Silva. Can he get it through? Aims beyond the defence. Leicester are looking to break at pace. And the shot's on here. He's having a shot! Oh, denied at the last. Skims one in. Trafford claims it without any fuss. And that is that. Leicester have done it. Happy in the knowledge that they've taken maximum points. Mission accomplished. Castolo taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, the look on the manager's face says it all. He knows he set his attack up perfectly, and the players carried out his instructions to the letter, it would seem. Everything working very nicely.
Well, that's it from us. Thanks very much, Jim. It's a very good day to you from both of us.
Thank you, everyone, for your support today. You were more than just our 12th man.
So hello and welcome one and all from what I can only describe as footballing utopia. The weather is perfect, the fans are in great voice, and the players are all set to get started. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
And this is now today's lineup.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements. Overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks. coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
So we're up and running. And we all hope that this second meeting between these sides this season will turn out to be a good one.
Shinji Ono had a very decent spell in Rotterdam, didn't he, Peter?
Oh, he certainly did. Described, Jim, I think, by some of the best judges in Dutch football in very glowing terms. A lot of high praise around when talking about this guy.
Well, when you see some of his passing and what he can really do on the ball, I'm very inclined to agree.
That is a brilliant interception.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Bradley. Ndiaye. And it's Dewsbury Hall. Ndiaye. And it's Mykolenko. Pretty cagey early on from both sides. Oh, nicely intercepted. Ono. To Laporte.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Irubenam. Ndiaye. Wriggles his way through. Threads one in, and the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Ono.
That's good pressing, it's really squeezing everything.
Big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this?
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Dewsbury Hall chasing after it.
This is the time you need that pace.
Everton couldn't do a whole lot with it there. They could do with more sharpness in their passing. So it is still 0-0. Castolo. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. Everton are very much a team that like to work off a central target. Is that how you see them, Jim?
Yeah, I agree with that, Peter. They seem to have the right personnel, certainly on the delivery front. I'm sure there's a trigger to this, whether it's someone opening up the passing lanes or making a move into the box.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Ono. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, this looks sharp. Looking for the run. And the finish! And he scores! There was no getting to that. No getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
After 30 minutes is number 10, Castolo.
So we have had the first significant moment. It is 1-0.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
Now it's Dewsbury Hall. Oh no.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. And the score is 1-0. Engages and forces him off the ball. Can he get it through?
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
He's on it. Vardy! And yes, it's there! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Leicester are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Vardy, his fourth top scorer in the league. Leicester are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Leicester heading towards the half-time break. The wind very much in their sails. Now it's Vardy, and that could set him on his way. No, that's overhit. Rubenham. And it's Dewsbury Hall. Played out wide. Rubenham is onto this. Real chance! Not pretty, but it gets the job done. Well, that looks a decent ball. O'Brien is flagged offside.
Two added minutes has been indicated.
Now, can they get him away? He can run onto that. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. And that signals the end of the first period. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, Peter, at 2-0, you're faced with the choice of just trying to see the match out or forcing the issue even further. I'd always be inclined to go for the latter, go for a third, especially with a full half of football still to play.
Leicester looking good, feeling good. It is 2-0 at the break. So let's get the ball rolling. Now it's Vardy. Plays a sharp little ball here. And he shoots! That is decidedly lacking. Vardy.
That was lovely, that.
Monga at his creative best. He's set up 2 goals. No, he's just misjudged that one. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Barry.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
And it's Irabunam. And Mikolenko. Oh, played right into his path. And it's Bradley. Vardy. Vardy! And needless to say, that deserved better.
A wonderful ball to play him in like that. Great pace, into feet, nearly superb.
So 2-0 the scoreline early after half-time. Castolo looking understandably energised after his goal. Aimed beyond the defence. Now the cross. And that should get the job done. Mikolenko.
The attendance for this match was 29,514.
Opts for safety. Mikolenko. Ono. Conte. And it's Bradley. Bradley ventures forward. Bradley. Quick look, then plays it in. Didn't quite get enough on that.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Substitution on the field. Number 22.
Everton can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Yeah, it was pretty clear the manager's not been getting what he wants out of his players, so a substitution was going to come. I think it could have been sooner.
And he's gone looking for safety. Oh, it rattles the bar. Chance again. No.
They're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Vardy under intense pressure.
Yeah, as you'd expect, Peter, that defence ought to know when to step up or drop off, and they finally made a decision to get tighter.
Vardy has the third most assists in the league this year. Oh no! Good try, very good try in fact.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but you can praise the drive and the application. It was beautifully hit.
And Diai. That's a good ball out wide. Barry. And claimed it back swiftly. Irabunam. And here's Grealish. That has not gone well. And it's Irabunam.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Bradley. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's found support out wide. That's very neat. Drives it in. O'Brien tries to clear. Played it again. Oh, good climb! Mikolenko attempts a clearance.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
And it's Grealish. And they can counter here. Bradley. Some good work on the right flank here. Flashes it up. He's rising! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? So here comes a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Substitution.
He has found the way through. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. O'Brien. Now Alcaraz. Works it forward. Tries to get it clear. Kessié. Now it's Okazaki. Space for him to turn and look. Now can he find a shooting chance?
Has been indicated.
Shifted it to the flank.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Now it's Okazaki. Williams. Tarkovsky attempts a clearance. And he's managed to get rid. Opts to play it. And the shot! They've got to be quick to recover this. Oh, it's fallen kindly here. Oh, and the referee says that that is it. Leicester have done it. Happy in the knowledge that they've taken maximum points. Mission accomplished. Castolo voted man of the match, and deservedly so. Your reflections then, Jim?
Leicester definitely impressing me here, especially the way that attack clicked. Whether it was link-up play, running in behind, this has just been a great day at the office.
This is a hard one to take, but we'll be back stronger.
That's it from us. Many thanks go to Jim Beglin, and goodbye from us.